So MMI against OE, round 2, game 1. MMI lost the first match, OE won the first match, so OE has 3 points, MMI has 0 points. Let's see. MMI starts with Daring, Smoland as destroyers, Stalingrad, Nevsky, Venezia, Salem, Des Moines, Kremlin, Ohio. While OE starts with Somers, Smoland, Stalingrad, Petropavlovsk, Nevsky, Double Des Moines, Kremlin, Thunder. Quite similar setups, I have to say, besides the fact that MMI has brought a Venezia, because OE has brought only radar cruisers, 5 radar cruisers, while MMI has brought 4 radar cruisers and a Venezia. And 1 radar is Salem, which I don't really understand the point of bringing Salem instead of a Des Moines. Yes, Salem has the super heal, but when it comes to utility for the team, Des Moines is much better in my opinion. This is why I haven't seen too many Salems in this tournament so far. Okay, so they both, they have 6 radars for OE and 5 radars for MMI. OE is sending Petropavlovsk, Des Moines, Kremlin and Stalingrad towards C. Smolensk is going to the middle, and Thunder, Somers, Nevsky, Des Moines are going towards A. So even split, besides the fact that one destroyer is going to one flank, which is A, and the Smolensk is going towards B. MMI, on the other hand, is sending the Daring towards B instead of the Smolensk. And they're sending Salem and Des Moines, Kremlin towards A. This Stalingrad seems to be going around B. The Venezia is doing I don't know what. And Nevsky is going towards C. So this is, it is unclear to me what is MMI tactic here. They might all go, all these guys, they might all go towards C, or they might stay in a more central position. So they might focus on B and A cap first. We will see. We will see about that. So Hydro against Radar. This guy is reversing to actually radar the cap. Daring is reversing in as well. So yeah, there is the radar. So this guy is gonna be forced out of the cap. I think that whoever wins here, I'm not sure why he is smoked up, honestly. This is a complete wasted smoke because I mean, Daring has better concealment than Smoland, so maybe he wanted to shoot from undetected position. This is why he's smoked up. But regardless, there was nothing spotting him. So I mean, Daring has plenty of smoke, so not a big deal. I mean, if this guy has Hydro active, he must know now that there are torpedoes coming his way. He should have just reversed and he would have been fine. Can he accelerate in time? Yes, he can. Very well done. Well done. So, in the meantime, this Mollard is gonna cap C. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, Stangard had a P loaded, luckily for him. If he accelerates just a tiny bit, he can get outside of his radar range. So this guy should be able to cap eventually. Wow, MMI sent a Des Moines full inside A. Okay, this is interesting because this has forced the Somers to actually run away. He smoked up his Des Moines and the Nevsky as well. So if he can spot for his team, he's gonna have a very good backup. Let's see about the Des Moines, if he can dodge the torpedoes or not. Huge damage on the Smolensk in the meantime here. He was radared again by this Des Moines or this Petropavlovsk. Huge damage. Can this guy dodge all the torpedoes? Nicely done, nicely done. Okay. So MMI has a little advantage here of having one cap with one ship fully inside the cap. So OE got B cap, but this daring, there is no way he's not gonna contest B, so this is not gonna provide any point income for OE. This Moland maybe has some time now to cap and then run away from this cap, because there are 3 radar. No, they're not allowing him to cap this for free. They are like, you know what, this cap is ours, you're not gonna get this cap. So they're gonna constantly radar him, and yeah, wow, this is huge damage. Kremlin also joins the fight, so yeah, this is a no-go for this Moland. He might even die in the process here. He's down to 4k HP, and yeah, for some reasons OE left B with their Smoland. I don't understand this move. They kept B and then they left completely. I guess they want to send this Smoland to C, but I'm not sure, because now they are just gonna have 2 caps in the hands of MMI without them being able to generate any point. So I'm not sure about this move. In the meantime, here some exchange of fire. This Des Moines is caught. No, he is not nose in, at least. Okay, he is just kiting away. So this flank is, I mean, I think OE gave up for now on this flank, because they lost a bit of HP on this Des Moines and this Somers as well. So, and they didn't, they were not able to actually damage the MMI ships in return. So on this flank they lost the trade. Also, this Des Moines has lost more than half HP. So in this at this moment, as you can see, MMI has a huge HP lead, but they have a low HP Smoland. He healed up back to 8k, but this is questionable. This guy, I don't see a reason why this Smoland is still here, because he's risking far too much for no reason between all those radars. As you can see, now he's radared again by the Petropavlovsk, and now he's gonna lose some even more HP, and this might be him dead, honestly. So if OE goes for a very well focused fire, he can go down pretty easily. Oh, 400 points, 400 HP. Is there some blind fire or not? No blind fire. Wow, that was insanely risky for this Smoland, and there was no real reason for him to do that, in my opinion. They are chipping down the enemy DD for some HP, but yeah. I mean, even if OE gets this, I mean, they have this cap, so it is still gonna be a MMI win. So no real value out of this all this HP lost from this Smoland, in my opinion. Here, Kremlin also pushed up inside A to prevent any push from OE. So MMI is saying, you know what, this cap is mine, we fought for it, and now nobody is allowed to actually enter here. He's fine dodging the torpedoes. And as you can see, HP bars are a little bit more equal now. It is only 30k HP advantage for MMI. But OE has to do some move if they want to stand a chance to win this match, because they are gonna lose if nothing changes. So they need kills, and they need them quite fast. This Nevsky is under a lot of pressure, but he should be able to disengage whenever he wants, if he stops shooting. Now the OE Smoland is sent back to B, as you can see. Now this new addition on loop, they created this gap between these islands. It was a whole island before. There was no gap here, and it was a little bit of a nightmare for the destroyer to get from B to A. If you wanted to go like this, or to go around the island and lose a lot of time. By doing this, they're allowing destroyers to have a much more active gameplay. Once again, questionable use of the destroyers. Why is that daring here? I mean, what is he supposed to achieve? Daring has only 10 km torpedoes. Sending him in the open like this when B is not, I mean, there is nothing preventing this Molan from capping B. What is the point of sending a daring like this in the open? I mean, this was a unnecessary waste of time for MMI. They should have just sent this daring around B. This guy, his only job is to be sure that OE doesn't get B. So, because as long as MMI has B, they win. Because there's no way OE is gonna get inside A anytime soon. So, because these two fleets are just exchanging some damage, some shots, and I don't think we are gonna see anything major happening on this flank. But this Stalingrad is under a lot of pressure though. He should just go dark and stop shooting. He's on fire and he's down to 20k HP. He's being spammed by the Thunder, which is no joke. Thunder HE are nasty to deal with. So this guy is he's struggling. Now OE has a double cap, but it is still an MMI win because of the point lead that they were able to build up during the match. But as you can see, by doing this, MMI in the meantime lost the HP advantage, and now it is in OE favor. So MMI has to carefully manage the remaining HP on their ships, because it is not gonna. I mean, OE is not has not given up, of course. So MMI has to be very careful, or if they want to win actually. Is this the one catching torpedoes? No, he's fine. On the other hand, okay, now OE is now back. They lost some HP again. It is just a give and take, let's say. Okay, this daring is now spotted. He's raided by the Stalingrad, I assume. He's forced out of the cap. He's taking quite a lot of damage. Once again, good focus fire from OE against the MMI destroyer. Well done. But he contested B cap for a little bit, some seconds, and this gave MMI even more lead. So OE needs one kill to be able to win. They absolutely need one kill, and they need it in less than 4 minutes. I mean, in 4 minutes and 30 seconds, MMI wins if nothing changes. So MMI has to play a little bit safe, because, I mean, safe but not too much, because OE is gonna make a move at some point, because they must know that they don't win. They don't have a winning condition right now. They know that they need a kill, and as long as MMI can trade kill for kill, it is gonna be fine, as long as they keep generating points for them. Trades are fine for MMI at this moment. Trades are not fine for OE. His Venezia is caught nose in, reversing. I'm not exactly sure what was his plan. So, because if MMI loses one ship, it is gonna be an OE win. So they need to play carefully. Kremlin is hitting one Venezia torpedo. And it is gonna be a flood. It was a flood, so that was a repair. So most likely we are gonna see a follow-up here by the Nevsky, spamming this Kremlin with HE, I guess. They need a little bit of luck to set him on fire. But OE is doing a good job chipping down MMI ships. As you can see, now it is back. They are back in the lead. Daring managed to get back into B. They are raiding him again. But this gives MMI even a slightly more lead again. So MMI is now trading HP for time. Basically, they are trading their HP for time, but they don't have to die. Nobody has to die from MMI. This daring is playing with fire in this moment. He doesn't need to do that. He literally doesn't need to do that, because they know that where he is. It is quite clear where he is, so they're gonna keep blind firing him all day long. So he just needs to leave, and they're gonna be fine. On the other hand, this Moland eats a torpedo, so he's now also low HP. But yeah, MMI has a lot of ships that are in danger of actually dying, and who dies loses here. So the first one to die is the one who loses the game. As you can see, no one died so far after what, more than 15 minutes of battle, which is quite impressive if you ask me. Quite impressive. It is one of the few cases where I see this happening. This Tangad is also under a lot of pressure. He's spotted by the Sommers. Yes, he is. They are desperately trying to kill one ship, OE. They need a kill in 1 minute 20 seconds. Look at that. MMI has a lot of ships that are so close to die. OE has a convincing HP advantage at the moment, but they are losing. They are still gonna lose. If nobody dies from MMI, MMI wins in 1 minute. You see, ooh, the Ohio is gonna die. The Ohio died, and now it's OE. Oh, never mind. They get the Kremlin in return, so it is still an MMI win. Very tense, very close match. A lot of tension in the air, in the water. A lot of tension. Daring is even smoking up the Stalingrad to prevent the enemy Sommers from spotting him. MMI still needs 1 minute to win, and OE has 50 seconds to get a kill and be in the lead. So who is gonna succeed in this? It is gonna win. But as I said, the fact that ACAP for MMI constantly generated points the whole match, it's what it is giving MMI the win at the moment, if nobody really dies in the next 25 seconds. Really close and really tough match from both sides. Interesting, and only 1 kill per side so far. Also, HP bars are still quite similar. Interesting. I mean, if I didn't have this mod here, I wouldn't have known who would have won. And yeah, well done MMI. Well done, very well done for well played first match from both sides, I would say. So GG, well played. Now what the fuck? MMI, okay. So I think now we are waiting for the other streamers to join. Flamba, Statsbloke, and yada yada. And the second map is gonna be Tears of the Desert. So let's go with the video map introduction.
Off the North African coast, an arid expanse of the Mediterranean Sea plays host to opposing forces as they battle it out for control of the seas. Amongst these sun-blasted islands, where enemy fire isn't the only bad way to die, only one team will triumph. This is Tears of the Desert. Tears of the Desert is a 42 by 42 kilometer domination style map with 3 cap points running in a line from northwest to southeast. The A cap is in the top left, B is in the center, and C is in the bottom right. Capture Area A has enough island cover nearby for teams to sneak in a radar cruiser and cover the capture zone, though it's common to see ships attempting to flank the cap by sailing into the northwestern corner of the map. In the center, Cap B has superb island cover near the center that allows destroyers to contest the area from behind shelter. Landing shells on ships in this position is challenging until teams are able to push forces into the corners of the map. Cap C is similar to Cap A. There is cover nearby for cruisers who want to defend, but very little cover within the cap itself. The picket line of islands that separate B and C make pushing in force from one cap to the other very challenging. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Tears of the Desert.
So apparently the guy from MMI that opened the room, he's having some technical issues with his PC. And now OE is calling the 5 minutes rule. So I'm not sure here. The guy is rejoining. Joe Sherino and Carrier Hosho are here. We are still waiting for Stats Block and Flambas. Hopefully this technical issue is gonna grant them the time to actually join. I hope this match is gonna end on, before 18:30, because otherwise I will not be able to cast VIS against Throw. But we can arrange something else in the just in case this happens. Whatever. Whatever. No, room was yeah, they shut down the room. I guess they are gonna create again the room. Sorry guys, there is this there are these technical issues sometimes for guys that have maybe they have some not the best PC in the world, which is perfectly fine. So they might get also World of Warships UI sometimes fucks up. So we will see. Yeah, that guy showroom crashed. So what? Is someone else gonna? We will reopen in a second. Okay. They will make. They will let us know when they will reopen the room. Yeah, this is never good. This is never good for the morale and for the nerves of both teams. To have these technical issues, it is always a there is always more pressure applied. There's always more pressure applied to both teams. Let me check if they already reopened the room or not. Let's see. Okay, room seems to be opened. Okay. So what? I hope nobody is gonna have any more technical issues. Let me check in Discord. Okay, Statsblock and Flambus are not joining, they are off schedule. Okay, so it is only me, Yusral, Choice and Carrier Hosho. Okay, everyone is here apparently, and I think we can start. So everyone is riding up, and we are gonna see. Well, wait. I have to switch sides like proper Italians. Oh my god, switch teams. Apply. Okay. Okay, guys, ready up, and we can go. Let go. Ready when you are. Okay. Couple of MMI guys have to ready up, and we should go then, since we are all here. Hello? Come on, what are we waiting for? I don't get it why people that are already in the training room they don't ready up their ships just whenever they are in, because when you are in you cannot change anything on your ship, so just ready up and start. What is the point? I really don't get it why people that are already in a training room they don't ready up as soon as they are in. You should just enter the training room with your designated ship already settled with flags, consumables, upgrades, whatever, captains, whatever you need. Why are we not starting exactly? Hello? There we go. Fucking finally. So, OE against MMI. MMI won the first one, a very close match in the end. And now we're gonna see if OE is gonna be able to even the score or MMI is gonna win 2-0. So, double Ohio, Des Moines, double Venezia, Petropavlos, Stalingrad, Somers, and Smolan for MMI. Triple Destroyer for OE, Harugumo, double Somers, Stalingrad, Nevsky, double Des Moines, Kremlin, Ohio. Okay, interesting choice to give to take the Harugumo on such a map like Tears of the Desert. Interesting. We will see 3 Ohios in the same match and a Kremlin. Double Venezia. I guess these 2 Venezias are gonna go either here or here to the very edges of the map. We will see. Where are they? Shit, I lost track. OE. The overlay is correct. Awesome. So Somers and Harugumo and Des Moines are going towards C, while the rest of the fleet seems to be going towards A. Maybe this Ohio is gonna join these guys, but OE seems to be committing heavily towards the A cap at the moment. MMI, let's see what they are doing. On their hand, they are sending 2 Venezias towards C with 1 Smoland and this Stalingrad and maybe this Ohio. So while the other guys, Somers, Petropavlos, Des Moines and the other Ohio are going towards A. So seems like MMI is splitting much more evenly than OE. Not really. The Ohio made up her mind, and she's going towards C now. But definitely, since these two, they have two destroyers. Even if Harugumo is basically a little cruiser, the forces of OE on A are are heavier than than their fleet on C. And the fact that OE is not playing caps with three destroyers is surprising, in the sense that if you bring three destroyers, yes, one of them is Harugumo, I get it, but bringing three destroyers and not playing for caps can be quite risky, honestly. Can be quite risky. Interesting. So OE is not gonna have the cap advantage, even if they're bringing three destroyers instead of two as MMI. So now this Somers is mocking up Harugumo and the Des Moines, even if there is no need for this mock to be deployed, honestly. The closest ship from MMI is miles away from them. So yes, this mock is gonna last like 2 minutes, but still, I don't think this, I think this was a little bit too early smoke, but we will see about that. We will actually see about that. In the meantime, OE Somers is approaching the A cap. The MMI Somers is playing way too passive. I mean, not too passive, but much more passive than the OE Somers. OE Somers is already here. This guy is still here. I'm not exactly sure why. It took him such a huge amount of time to decide to go towards the A cap. Is he aware of these torpedoes? Can he dodge them? Let's see. I think he's gonna hit one. Yep. There goes 11k from this Somers. He also smokes up. Once again, why? Well, maybe this demon was spotted. But the Petropavlovsk, I mean. No, the Petropavlovsk was not spotted. So another questionable use of this smoke, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe he fat fingered with the moment he ate the torpedo, but which I doubt, honestly. Whatever. Well, MI has two destroyers, and one of them already ate a torpedo in the early stages of the match. So OE has a big advantage here now. Yeah, this smoke is, yeah, it is useful for this Des Moines, but that's it. Also, this Des Moines is not even stopping into the smoke, because if he goes further, he's gonna be spotted while shooting by these guys. So while giving broadside to a Stalingrad. So this is an extremely questionable move from this Des Moines. Yep, he is spotted by the Stalingrad. Maybe it was blind fire. No, it was not blind fire. He was spotted, definitely. He's just lucky that they missed, but that was, if he wanted to shoot, he had to stay just behind this smoke. Going like this made himself visible for the enemy team while shooting. That was not well executed, I have to say. Here, Smoland and Somers are dueling, but yeah, the Somers has the support of the Des Moines and the Harugumo at the same time. While this Somers, while this Smoland doesn't have the amount of support that he was wishing for. Now the Venezia is shooting the Somers, but yeah, he didn't lose too much HP. He's on fire, but he's also healing. He was healing before, so but still, it was in favor of the Somers this engagement, I think. And now the Somers is gonna happily reverse into C, and unless this Stalingrad can radar the Somers, this guy will take C cap. No, he's out of range. He's out of range to radar the Somers, so C is gonna fall into OE hands, and then the Smoland is gonna have to. Well, never mind. Somers left. I'm not exactly sure why. I guess the Smoland is radaring him. Okay. So they have one cap each. OE has a cap, MI has a cap, but OE has a slight point lead, but this doesn't mean that much. But OE seems to be in a much better shape than MMI in this match, in my opinion. Here MMI is put on its back foot because this Summers eating this torpedo is making all this fleet playing in a much more cautious and slow way, in my opinion. He is now forced to smoke up the Petropavlovsk that is under a lot of pressure, but we will see about these submerged torpedoes. These two torpedoes are very nasty. If he doesn't have hydroactive, okay, he's now reversing. This torpedo is still dangerous. Okay, he's now reversing, so he's fine, but that was a dangerous torpedo spread. And HP wise, OE has a 50k HP advantage. So now it's MMI that has to do something. They have to make a move. Also, the fact that OE has three destroyers, even if one of them is Harugumo, as we said before, is allowing OE to play for B as well, because this Harugumo is gonna try at least to contest B. And it is not gonna be easy for MMI to prevent this Harugumo from capping B. Because this Stalingrad, I think he already used his radar, and even if he radars this Harugumo has such an HP pool that he can take that he can easily take some hits and survive and then cap afterwards. So I think that MMI is gonna fall even behind even more in a couple of minutes, point-wise. We will see. We will find out together. Summers is smoking up the Des Moines again. There is an ambulance outside my house. You might hear in the background. Harugumo using his torpedo reel booster consumable. He exposed himself quite a bit to launch these torpedoes. Yeah, he is now radared. Stalingrad can score full penetrations on Harugumo. Wow, that was a miss and a half. I don't exactly know how that Stalingrad missed so much, and this was a critical miss because now this Harugumo has capped B, and yeah, they are not able to punish him for this. Also, shooting HE on an angled Harugumo in a Stalingrad is a mistake because Harugumo, as I said, eats full AP pens from 305s and more. So yeah, not well played from this Stalingrad in this sense, in my opinion. So here torpedoes. Yeah, now the MMI Summers is forced to go into B, but he's gonna be radared by this Stalingrad the moment he gets into B. And we will see about the Harugumo. Also firepower that is gonna be applied to him. No way this Stalingrad is not gonna radar the B cap. Summers touched the cap and he's now leaving. I don't exactly understand why. He's not radared, right? He's not even radared. He touched the B cap and he's now leaving. He launched torpedoes towards the Stalingrad. That is gonna reverse though, so he's fine. He should be fine if he doesn't accelerate like he's doing right now. Okay, he might catch one of these two torpedoes or even both. I guess he's gonna eat this one. This one is fine. Okay. So decent damage to that Stalingrad. He is now contesting B. But can still go either way. This match can still go either way, absolutely. But as you can see now, OE has a considerable point lead of 80 points. and they lost the HP lead. As you can see, MMI has now a 20k HP lead, which is not much, honestly. It's just a torpedo hit or a one citadel, and it is gonna be all the same. But yeah, this Summers seems to be able to grab B for his team. This Harugumo is reversing into B to contest. But now, okay, he's even radar, but he doesn't seem to be aware of this. Okay, this is what I was talking about. Ohio AP score a decent hit on the Harugumo, a full pen, at least one. So this is why you want to shoot AP in battleships or in heavy cruisers on Harugumo instead of HE. Exactly for this reason. This Harugumo is lucky enough to... I mean, he's not respecting the Ohio accuracy, honestly, from range. Oof. I mean, this must have been blind fire, right? Yeah, they don't see him. Yeah, they don't see him, but they see the Stalingrad. So this Stalingrad is gonna enjoy some rain of fire, basically. He has to reverse and to get to go dark. Wait, what? What happened? MMI Ohio went down. They lost in Ohio. She ate torpedoes. She ate submerged torpedoes for sure. This guy went down. Okay, so first kill for OE. And this puts OE in a heavy HP advantage now. And now that they lost the Ohio here, the heavy hitting ship, these guys can play even more aggressive and push towards B and secure B for their team for good. So Summers raiders Smolan raiders the Summers, but the Summers has far more support, and then the Harugumo as well. So this Smolan is dead, most likely. Yep. So 2-0 for OE. Well done. And yeah, this Harugumo has left B cap, but even with only one cap, OE wins. Also, they have 60k HP advantage now. If they cannot if MMI cannot secure at least one kill in a reasonably short amount of time, they're gonna lose. And honestly, I don't see that happening. What I see happening is this Taliban going down. Because he's under such a tremendous focus fire from this Harugumo. He repaired the fires, and he's gonna be set on fire sooner or later. So yeah, 3-0 for OE. Very convincing performance, I have to say. Very convincing performance. And yeah, Harugumo is gonna take B, even if this Summers is gonna contest. This Ohio is still full HP at the end of the battle. Not a good sign. It means that this flank was too passive and they didn't achieve much, while this flank was farmed down, basically. So yeah, questionable moves, I think. This Des Moines is gonna eat a torpedo. Des Moines doesn't have a torpedo, a decent torpedo protection, so this is gonna be rough damage. He's even permaflooding. This is a permaflood for this Des Moines. And this is game over. It's not game over, but yeah, this match is over for MMI, and we are gonna see the third match, the third map, for sure. Harugumo torpedoes on the Ohio. 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4. Yeah, Des Moines goes down. This Ohio is left with 0 HP almost. And yeah, well played OE. Well played OE. Indeed. Where is it? Like this. And once again, this is the first time we see a match going to the decider today. Awesome. So a third map is going to be north. Yes, north. Okay, very good. This means though that most likely we are not gonna be able to join what was that, VIS against Throw at the round 3. Sadly, I have to tell this to the guys. VIS, it is Group A. Let me just tell them. Is going to do this. Okay. Awesome. So it is gonna be north and video map introduction. Let's go.
The rocky shores of the North Sea comprise the setting for a titanic clash of enemy fleets. This is North. North is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running a line from west to east. The A cap is on the left, B is in the center, and C is on the right. Cap A on the left is the most open and accessible on the board. There are plenty of ways in and out for destroyers and not many places for radar cruisers to hide nearby. As the smallest capture area on the board, the most common access to Cap B comes from due north or south, but there is a small access via a channel between the islands on the eastern edge. Further to the east, Cap C has a single island within that can provide some cover for ships attempting to capture, but there's enough island cover nearby to conceal radar cruisers from multiple directions. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play North.
Okay, for some reasons it says that MMI won against OE 2-0, but it is not like that. Not sure why. Somebody messed up with the results of the tournament, whatever. So Surka won against Paras 2-1. CSN won against Gens. Enough won against Bulgarian Navy. Oh Boy won against Tango. And so the groups look like this now. Like this. So let me refresh this. I said refresh this. Okay, so no cap and shaft. Okay, so VIS and Throw are already out of the tournament. So honestly, it is even useless in a way to actually cast VIS against Throw, because they are both out of the tournament. So we might even look for another game to cast after. As I said, TWA is leading this group because Surka won against Paras, so they are gonna battle for the first place. Sorry, for the second place. This group is already over as well, so Bulgarian Navy and of course are out of the tournament. Same deal for the Group D. And we have to see here. Oh Boy is already qualified for group, I think for next week, and this is wrong. MI is currently 0. It is still undecided. So this is 6-0-3-0, and these other matches are still being played. Let's go here. Okay, OE is ready for the match. MMI seems to be ready as well. So whoever wins between these two teams has a chance to, if OE wins, they are already qualified for next week. If MMI wins, they have a chance of actually qualifying themselves for the next for next week. But they will have to wait the last battle, the last match. We will see about that. So everyone is ready. Come on, come on, come on. Are we starting or what? Okay, there we go. The decider, guys, OE against MMI 1-1. It is gonna be played on North, and we will see who is gonna prevail from these two teams. So, OE starts with Yamato Kremlin, double Des Moines, Nevsky, double Petropavlovsk, Somers, and Smolensk. MMI changes and brings double Smolensk this time, Stalingrad, double Nevsky, Venezia, Des Moines, Ohio, and Yamato. Okay. So 2 destroyers for each team instead of 3 against 2 at least. But they have 1 Somers and Smolensk against double Smolensk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 raiders for OE. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 raiders for MMI. But MMI brings a Venezia, which is not a radar cruiser. Instead, OE brings only radar cruisers. 1 Yamato each, 1 Kremlin against 1 Ohio. Okay, pretty similar setups in overall, nothing really crazy or special. OE starts with Smolensk, Nevsky, and this Petropavlovsk going towards A, supported by this Yamato, I guess. While Somers, Des Moines, Kremlin, and the other Petropavlovsk, and the other, so double Des Moines, 1 Petropavlovsk, Somers, and Kremlin are going towards C. Even if this Petropavlovsk might also stopping here between C and B, we will see. MMI, on the other hand, once again, they are sending the 2 destroyers to the same half of the map instead of sending them to 2 different sides like like OE is doing. So 2 destroyers, Nevsky, Venezia, and Yamato are going towards A, while Des Moines, Nevsky, so MMI has 2 Nevskys, okay. So Des Moines, Nevsky, Ohio, and Stalingrad are going towards C. This reminds me of the MMI tactic on another map, which I don't actually recall, but that we have seen. It was Land of Fire, maybe, where they send 2 destroyers to the same half of the map and a heavy comp on the other side without destroyer support, which can go either way. As I said, this Petropavlovsk stopped here between B and C to provide some radar coverage for both caps. He is now radaring, in fact, and he was spotted by this Smolensk, but this was a good bait in the sense that this guy is now safe from all the shells, and that was kind of a wasted radar for this Petropavlovsk. So now this Smolensk knows that if he goes, Petropavlovsk radar must be down by now. So this guy knows that if he wants to contest B, he doesn't have to fear this radar at least. Somehow this Des Moines lost 12k HP. I don't know. I don't exactly understand how. I guess some long-range BB shot. Maybe this Yamato. We'll see. So here we are seeing mirror tactics. This Smolensk is he almost ate a torpedo. These 2 Smolensk are gonna reverse into the cap and they are gonna radar each other and yada yada, the usual stuff. This Smolensk is gonna cap B, and I think he's gonna be able to cap. This Petropavlovsk is now radaring, but he's barely out of range to spot this Smolensk. So this guy should be fine. On the other hand, OE is sending this Somers on this side. This is very interesting because from this side he can go here and cap, but I'm not sure if this is the best move because I mean A is not likely to fall into OE hands that easily, or at least even if it is gonna be in OE hands, they are not gonna be holding A for such a long time because this guy is gonna go back and contest. So MMI got B, and who is gonna take C from OE? Because they will not have any point income. So I'm not sure about this Sommer's position here. What is he doing at the 10 line here? I mean, he is spotting for sure, and he might score a couple of torpedo hits, but tactical wise, leaving this cap for free, maybe they're gonna sneak in the Kremlin into the cap in a very ballsy move, but I'm not sure if this Stalingrad is gonna allow the Kremlin to cap, because there is no way this Kremlin is gonna cap from undetected position. So we will see about that. I'm curious to see what is OE plan for this cap and the map itself. Yeah, as I said, Smolensk is back in the cap, and they are about to spot each other again. Yeah, Smolensk is radaring now, but he's spotted by this Smolensk that it's quite a bit of damage, I have to say. So we will see who is gonna prevail in this encounter. Yeah, good damage on both Smolensks from both teams. But this guy used his radar, this guy didn't. But this guy ate a lot more damage than this one. Some sap damage. Yeah, 10k against 8. 9.7, 9.4, 7.5. Yeah, very even fight, I was about to say, but not really. This guy might even go down from the Nevsky shells. 1.6k against 8.6, 8.8, sorry. Okay, yeah, this guy is dead, most likely. Oof, 1k. Do they see him? No. Not anymore, but they have plenty of radars here in position. Okay. Wow, this is risky. He wants to contest A. He just have to leave. He's almost dead. I mean, he doesn't have to risk anymore. As I said, OE has sent this Kremlin to cap, but there is no way this guy is gonna be able to cap from this position. He also lost half of his HP, I think, by some torpedoes and fires. But I mean, there is no way MMI is gonna allow this Kremlin to cap, right? This Smolensk has to shoot. Hello? Where is the reset here? Yamato shells are not gonna be fast enough, are they? Wow, at the very last moment. That was risky. That was quite risky, honestly. Quite risky. But still, this Smolensk will have to shoot at this guy, to reset him. Nevsky is put under a lot of pressure now here, because he's being spammed by this Des Moines that has been smoked up by the Sommers. So he's forced to actually disengage. He is forced to disengage heavily, and I'm not sure here. This might be the end of the my Smolensk. Yep. That was a complete waste, in my opinion. That wasn't necessary and wasn't smart. Even if they are gonna trade this, which I doubt. Okay, they get the Smolensk back. But that was an unnecessary risk. Just imagine this guy dying and this guy surviving, and MMI having no radars here. So that was a gamble, and it kind of paid off in the end, but it was an unnecessary risk, in my opinion at least. Because everything that Smolensk had to do was just leaving and trying to survive. This Nevsky also goes down. He didn't recognize that he was far too close to the Kremlin and to the other Des Moines, and that was another mistake in my opinion, because he was perma-spotted by these Sommers here. And now this Stalingrad is in a really tough spot. He's gonna eat some torpedoes, I think. Yeah, he's stuck in on this island, and he's gonna hit at least 2 torpedoes. And submerged torpedoes hit like a truck. So I think the Stalingrad is already dead. He might hit only 1 of this volley. What about these 2? If he accelerates, he might be safe for a little bit. But he's stuck on the island, so it is not gonna be that easy. Can he? Barely, but he's dead anyway. So this flanking maneuver from OE turns out to be successful in the end. So 3-1 for OE. They have 60k HP of advantage at the moment. They don't have any cap, but they are trading much better because MMI is playing way too passive. They are playing way too passive with their battleships, in my opinion, and their cruisers are just dying. They lost Nevsky, Stalingrad, and Smolensk, and they are about to lose this Des Moines as well, while the 2 battleships are still quite healthy. Instead, as you can see, OE battleships are almost, they are struggling, but they lost only 1 ship. So battleships of OE are taking damage. MMI battleships are not taking damage, and this is not good because the main role of a battleship is, yes, heavy hitting the enemy ships, but it is also taking damage, and the MMI battleships are taking damage only now that there are no other targets to shoot at for OE. So in this sense, I think the MMI has lost this. I think this is over for MMI. And well done OE, by the way. Well done OE. This Summers is in a bit of a pickle. Yeah, he might go down. Well done from the MMI Smolensk, getting the Summers down. But still, it is not gonna be enough. They need at least a couple of more kills to even the kill scoreboard, let's say. This Petropavlovsk can go down if he keeps being spammed by the Nevsky like this with HE. Let's see, is he eating the torpedoes from the Venezia? Well, he might actually. He might actually eat this torpedo if it has range, of course. No, he just ran out. Lucky in this sense. Lucky in this sense. Do they see him? No, they have no vision of him. This is the point. He went dark. A smart move from the OE Petropavlovsk, recognizing that he was in danger. Yeah, now the Ohio is going down. MMI Smolensk is almost dead. Yeah, I think that OE won this match because they had a flanking maneuver here, being much effective and putting MMI under a lot of pressure on this side of the map and forcing them to play in a way that they didn't want to. So very well done OE for playing aggressively and in a proactive way. So, and this is MMI out of King of the Sea, most likely. I mean, not most likely, for sure. So both the surviving Italian teams, MMI and VIS, are not gonna make it out of the group stage. So, okay, good luck for the next participations of this tournament, and well done for achieving this result. Getting into group stage of King of the Sea is not something that everyone can say that they achieved. So well done anyway. Well done anyway. Yeah, at AP, yeah, this is gonna be a trade anyway. And yeah, as you can see, all the fleet from OE on this side survived basically, and they just pushed and rolled over the MMI fleet here. Extremely well played by by OE. By the way, they had a tactic and they put it into into play very well. This is gonna be a ram. I think at this point MMI should have just gave up. I mean, they must know that they stand no chance. And yeah, it is gonna be a ram. There we go. And there is only this Nevsky left, and yeah. So in the meantime, let me check which match we can cast. That is starting at, what time is it? 18:45. There is enough against Extreme or Bulgarian Navy against, of course. Let me check the score of this this group. What is that? Group 3. Okay, never mind. It is another group that is already settled. Well done, OE. Well done, OE, for going to knockout stages. Extremely well played. Well done.